We've travelled over 6,000 kilometres from Singapore to tell a very special story. The story of a ship, her brave crew, and their efforts to keep a vital sea lane safe alongside a multinational task group. The story of the Republic of Singapore Navy's RSS Intrepid in the Gulf of Aden. From Singapore, we made our way to Dubai, and from there it was a 2-hour ride to Fujairah port on roads flanked by deserts and camels. After more than half a day, we caught up with RSS Intrepid, about to embark on the 4th leg of her 3-month deployment. RSS Intrepid is one of 6 formidable-class stealth frigates from 185 Squadron. The frigates are equipped with state-of-the-art combat suites that give them the ability to deal with threats from the surface, air and underwater. Each frigate is also outfitted with a submarine-detecting Sikorsky S-70B Seahawk naval helicopter, which further extends its reach. And we were there to find out how RSS Intrepid and her lean crew were keeping the vital waterways of the Gulf of Aden safe. Over 20,000 ships pass through this internationally recommended transit corridor every year, and that includes many ships that call at Singapore ports, which is why pirate activity here directly affects our economy. But it's not just Singapore. Piracy here costs the global economy a staggering amount. Pirates seize merchant vessels and hold them, their cargo and their crew captive until a ransom is paid. This is why the Combined Task Force 151, or CTF 151, was set up. This multinational task force came together in January 2009 to conduct counter-piracy operations in the Gulf of Aden. Pirates have been adapting their methods to the environments they work in, and it's up to the task group to analyse and preempt their actions.
In theatre, we have also started to learn about how the pirates' tactics are evolving. Although there has not been significant changes in their tactics, we have also noticed that there are different movements and different periods of time where they will undertake different kind of activities to prepare themselves to attack merchant vessels in the area.
And preparation began even before Intrepid left Singapore.
Prior to the missions, we have actually studied and developed a very effective tactics and practice to counter the pirates' modus operandi and ensure that we continuously stay ahead of the evolving pirate tactics.
And analysing their tactics comes into good use when you consider that each warship patrols up to 4 large sectors.
Each sector is about 20 nautical miles by 20 nautical miles, which is about 36 kilometers by 36 kilometers. So, which means that each time we are doing patrol, we are patrolling about 3 times the size of Singapore.
Once on board, we were introduced to a very important man, the coxswain. As the most experienced sailor on the ship, ME3 Ni Lai Singh watches over the ship's day-to-day workings and is the bridge between the command and the crew.
Okay, now get ready for sea.
They'll make sure their turn up and their so-called their morale and welfare are taken care of.
ME3 Ni explained to us how RSS Intrepid and her crew prepared for the deployment with a quick walk-around of the ship. One of the first issues the Navy dealt with was space. The frigate is manned by 72 personnel, and the air detachment brings that number to 91. For this extended operation though, that number is bumped up to 145. That's about 50% more bunks, lockers, and a slew of other things to accommodate the additional crew.
Previously was double bedded, but because of the increase of manpower, we have to modify the bed into 3 tiers. We also included 1 extra locker. As long as you got increased 1 bed, there will be 1 locker built in for the extra personnel. Okay, we also have installed a crane for the purpose of carrying 2 extra seaboats.
To keep the entire ship fit, a store area was converted into a gym which houses several treadmills, weights and other equipment. Day 1 in the IRTC and the seas are serene. Down in the Combat Information Centre, or CIC, Captain Sean Le and his team monitor the ship's surroundings for suspicious activity. CTF 151 monitors radio frequency that allows ships in distress to reach the warships closest to them in times of need. The IRTC is about 800 kilometers long, which may mean that help can sometimes be hours away. At 14:21 hours, a call comes in.
Warship 69, roger. Thank you very much for the information.
A vessel has spotted a suspicious whaler nearby. Sean takes note of the vessel's location and heads to the task group's operations room to inform Commander Task Group Colonel Ken Cheong.
Let's get the aircraft. Close up flying station now, do a scramble.
He makes the call, and soon all those involved are in the CIC for a brief. Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Vince Tan, who was off duty, rushes from the gym to ensure Intrepid is responding to the distress call in the best way possible. Air Controller Captain Tung Wan Ling and Pilot Captain Wesley Hum discuss the flight path for the helo and points of interest to look out for.
We take off by 15 and then we will land as required. And depending on time, we will do as we want to.
The air detachment readies the Seahawk, and soon the helo is safely in the air. On the bridge, the course is altered towards the distress call and Intrepid charges forward.
Cost 235, sir. ETA to a whaler 1 hour.
The helo made it to the target for an investigation, which revealed that there was no suspicious activity on the whaler. But the scramble wasn't for nothing. As time passes, the pirates have been evolving their tactics.
So in the past, what we see is that they generally operate by having a mothership and a single to two schemes support operations. But right now, what we see is that because of the persistent efforts of counter-piracy task forces such as 465, 508 and our own 151, these preparations and what is known as pirate logistic camps have greatly reduced in the activities and actions. So what we are currently tracking is perhaps evolving tactic of a single skiff long-range action. This is something that needs more data and needs more analysis in order to be proven, but it's something that the task group is well aware of, salient of, and we are ready for.
Fire, 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 fire at ER room 4.